Hey guys, what's up? Zach Scriven here, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create videos, how we actually create our videos for Intellic Integration's YouTube channel, how I edit Walker's content. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, if you guys want to see content like you guys enjoy on this channel, like Intellic Integration is hiring, which actually Walker filmed that video himself and sent me those files, which then I edited. But by the way, actually Intellic is still hiring. So if that is sounding interesting to you guys, still send an email to Tanya and also explain why you want to work for Intellic in a video and send that to Tanya. Tanya said that she's actually tired of interviewing people that just want to collect a paycheck. It's a waste of her time. It's a waste of their time. So if you guys are still looking to work for Intellic, please send a video to tanya.reynolds@intellicintegration.com. And, maybe it could be you up here, with Walker on the whiteboard, or maybe it could be you here. Actually, that's how I started working for Intellic back in May and June of 2018 last year. I actually sent a video to Walker. I had him on my podcast, and, I actually sent a video to him explaining why I think that he should embrace video, Intellic should embrace video, and how I would be instrumental in helping them achieve help them achieve their impact, achieve their mission of saving and creating middle-class jobs here in the United States, how I could help them do that through video. So that's what we've done. And over on my channel, Zach Scriven Media, I actually just filmed a video today. Let's see if we could pull that up. Which I basically did a live edit, iMovie editing tutorial. So I'll link that I'll pin that in the first comment. But that's kind of what inspired this video, is to do a live edit to actually show you guys behind the scenes of me editing the videos and just, share that with you guys. So, if this video is not interesting for you guys just want to come back, for the regularly scheduled content, the next 3 videos that I edit, I'm going to go ahead and schedule those and you guys can enjoy those as normal. No need to watch this video. But if this does sound interesting for you, you can obviously watch this content and you get to, get a sneak preview of the next 3 Walker Intellic videos. And if it is even more interesting, like I said, you can check out the video I did on my channel, where I talk about that more in detail. So anyways, let's jump right into the MacBook here. So let's see. So as you guys know, I go out to Dallas about once a month, typically to shoot content for Intellic. So the last time I was out there was on March 1st. And here's all the content that we shot. So I've already posted a couple videos. This was kind of like the promo video. I've already posted that one, and then I've already posted this video right here, selling IIoT for OEMs. So the next video is going to be this video right here, another selling IIoT for OEMs. This is kind of another example. And I've pretty much watched all this content, and I would edit these all at once, but I have been super busy with the course that I've been developing, and I'm going to South Africa in 2 days, so I'm getting it out as quickly as possible. Also the whole hiring video, which we posted last week, kind of came in at, so we wanted to focus on that. So that's why I'm getting back to the editing right now. But then we have what is open architecture video. So this is 17.5 minutes. So I do want to break this up into 2 videos. Maybe it's just one video. We'll see. It kind of looks like that would be a good break point right there.
Plant PIX. Let's use plant packs, right? What is the advantage of plant packs for Rockwell Automation? And again, this is a great solution. I love plant packs. I love plant in a now we could also be using an open protocol, but using it in a proprietary way. So I could.
So this could be like what is open architecture, and the second half of this video could be like what is closed architecture, because he kind of goes into plant packs. And then this video is selling IoT for OEMs part 2 roughly. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust those out into projects, and then we're gonna go ahead and create thumbnails, and we're gonna place those at the beginning. Then we're gonna go through and edit all the videos, drop in the endings, and that's pretty much gonna be the process. And we're 5 minutes in. We should be done with this, within the next couple hours here. So this is gonna be our first video. And I like to name everything kind of in reverse date format. So this is 2019 March, and Telic, and this is selling IIoT for OEMs part 2. And then we're gonna go ahead and make the other 2 videos. So this one's gonna be right here. Call that great.
I love.
Okay, we'll put that. This is going to be 2019 03 and Telic. What is open architecture? And then we're going to do what is closed architecture is the second half of this video. So let's go right here, and then I might have to, fine tune the edits right there, but at least I know now I have all the, projects created, and I can go in and batch create the thumbnails and batch create all the edits and export them all, batch upload it to YouTube, schedule it out, and then, we can be on our way to South Africa here in a few days. So yeah. Telic, what is closed architecture? So these are going to be continued in the Selling IIoT series. So I'm going to go over to Canva, and we're going to create those thumbnails right now. So this is how we create our thumbnails. And, a lot of you guys actually really love Walker's thumbnails because of how kind of ridiculous the screenshot is sometimes. But, that's kind of what you guys have come to know and love. And, Walker is down for it, I think it makes it really kind of engaging. And, yeah, so this was number 7. So this will be number 8. What is open architecture? Okay, I'm gonna have to split these off into 2 different texts, so the text can be different size. So okay, there we go. I want to make sure that the size works for closed. We'll do 88. There we go. Open. So this will be what is open architecture. No, we still need to do selling IIoT for OEMs part 2. Okay, so that'll be actually number 8 then. Dang, that's a lot of videos in this series. Selling IoT is going to be a really dope series. I really like it. 7, 8. So selling IoT for OEMs. So we're gonna have to get rid of this. We're gonna need a new one for that. We're gonna need a new one for this. We'll copy this, and then we'll do what is closed architecture. So that'll be 7, 8, 9. This will be number 10. Okay, let's go get our screenshots. So the way I get a screenshot is I just kind of scan through, and based on like whatever the emotion of the video is, if it's like like something, he might be pointing at a particular part of the whiteboard, and it might be trying to convey a particular emotion. I try to actually put thought into capturing that as part of the thumbnail. So like, for example,
and then
like his back wouldn't really, be smart.
Most importantly, number 4.
But like him actually being really excited,
analytics. I mean, I'm going to
would
expand on this
be
here
a really good thumbnail, right?
So
I just kind of scan through like this. So here, that looks pretty good. Right there looks pretty good. Like I just kind of go random, really. I'm gonna watch part through this.
Test. And so you can ship it with the IoT ready sticker. And why does that matter? I mean, it strengthens your brand, right?
Okay, so I want to actually go get that little IoT thing that I did in the other video because that was really sick. Selling IoT for end users. That was over here. This thing was sick. So we're going to go back to selling IoT for end users part 2.
And
we're going to break it here, and we're just going to paste it in there.
And right.
I know I'm kind of going out of order here, guys, but this is actually how it happens. Sometimes I'm a little bit unstructured. It's kind of on like unstructured chaos, but basically what I'm trying to do here is
your brand. I mean, and so you can ship it with the IoT ready.
Let's finish that off. Let's get I started to watch it to kind of get the feel of, what part of the video I should focus on, but let's see. Okay.
Call the service desk. They got to get an engineer on the phone. The engine has the Ben 9300. Okay. So it's publishing in analytics out relationships into future, pointing the machine, ship your equipment, have it show up in the namespace, engineering it. That's the value proposition. I have it ready, space, and I'm collecting data. That's the value proposition for OEMs, right? So ship your equipment IoT ready.
I want to get like a ridiculous one. Let's just do a crazy one where he's like with his mouth open. I kind of want to get him over here by this cloud thing because this thing is really nice right over here. So that would be really cool to kind of get it over there. But like this one's kind of cool. Let's see how that looks.
Expensive, actually. This is very, very low cost. I mean, I could be this OEM located in.
Boom, right there. That's perfect right there. I'm gonna screenshot that. That's like authentic excitement right there. Okay, so that's the first screenshot. Let's go get the other 2 screenshots. I mean, it takes a good amount of time to do this proper, but it definitely pays off. You guys love the thumbnails. You guys love the edits. So you guys are actually gonna see how I do that in a second here. So this is going to be closed. No, let's do open architecture first. Open architecture and then close architecture. Oh my gosh.
Up.
Right there. No, maybe right there. Okay, that one's good. And then let's go get the last one. What is open, not closed architecture? So he should almost be kind of angry in this one because it's like closed architecture. Like that, like kind of like kind of dumbstruck or something. That would be perfect because he does not like closed architecture. Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Look at that. What is closed architecture? Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me? You're going to use closed architecture in today's world? No way. No way. Jose. You know, honestly, sometimes, like, see, I just got lucky there. A lot of times, I'll let a little secret out about editing. I'm drinking a Kona blend today out of my Dubai Starbucks cup, so got this in Dubai. But yeah, I'll let out a little secret about editing is that sometimes you just get lucky, you know, like an edit just kind of falls in your lap. It matches to the music perfectly and then you just roll with it. But in a way, that's the beauty of editing. You get to take credit for that because you ended up doing that, right? You just started. So, you know, if I didn't take that time to just search for that thumbnail, that perfect expression, like look at that. Boom. You know? Did I screenshot? Yeah, I screenshotted that. So if I didn't take that time to search for it, then it would have never happened. So I am glad that it did come out, and I think this is going to turn out really good. So I'm really glad that you guys are actually getting to see this authentic process of how I actually edit these videos, because I'm that serious and I'm that big of a believer in how this can actually help businesses. So you know, you take a look at people like Jim Gaffigan, or you take a look at like Dave and Alex over at Corso Systems, how they're using video to grow their business. You know, how I'm using video, how Walker's using video. I think it's really cool, and I'm that big of a believer in it. So I just want to share this with you guys, so you guys can see how it's really not that hard. You know, I'm using a free program here, and you know, the first set of videos we were using came off of my phone, so it's not really that, you know, it's not that crazy. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and import the content. Desktop. Let's go ahead and import these. Oh, okay. These three. I'm really excited about these contents. So, you know, and kudos to you guys if you guys are still watching this. Hope you guys are finding it valuable. So command back left bracket, command left bracket zoom, you know, puts it down in order. Command right bracket puts it up in order. I like to throw this festive filter on. It actually kind of looks kind of nice. Gives it a more of a yellow tint, but then it kind of matches this little yellow bar we have here. So it's something, it's at least for this theme, I've been rolling with it. Yeah, let's get that text in there. That looks really nice. Oh, shoot. No, what did I click? There we go. That looks nice. Okay, so that one looks good. Now this one to be open architecture. Okay, maybe I should get a different one. I don't know. Yeah, this one might not work because it's so close to the edge there. I got to get him more. He's more in the middle. And that one's a little ridiculous. So let's go ahead and get another one for what is open architecture. So I do not just put the most ridiculous thing. I do actually try to make it like, relative. And, let's see here. That would be good right there. That one's good. That's a classic Walker expression right there.
Not proprietary.
Not proprietary. See, it's exactly what he's saying at the moment. And so that's how I know that the expression matches the title of the video, because he literally just said not proprietary, which is what the definition of open architecture is. And so that's why it's not a coincidence that I actually found that expression for the thumbnail of this video. It'd be funny. I bet you he was talking about closed architecture for the other expression. We'll eventually run across it as we're editing. You guys haven't even seen. I haven't even really started editing yet. I spent a good minute on these videos. So let's go ahead and upload that final image. I will say it is a bit more entertaining editing these videos, being able to talk to you guys, because I feel like I'm not alone. And truth be told, I'm not, because you guys are right there with me. And I know that. You guys know that. What is open architecture? There we go. Throw the filter on. You guys think that this looks better? Or if I fully blew it up, would that look better? I don't know, maybe this looks pretty good. You can kind of see the board. For the closed architecture, let's blow that one up. How about that? We'll see which one does better. Which video is that? I can't see. Is this one? Yeah. No, that was open. Closed is this one. We're gonna have to blow it up because he's so far to the right. There we go. So if you guys are watching this, the reason why I had to blow it up is because he's so far to the left. I had to blow it up there so it didn't leave this little white space right here. And you guys could see that. So Walker, I'm sorry if you don't like this. No, he really does like the thumbnails. And this one's not too unreasonable, but this one really does match. Are you kidding me? You're going to use a closed architecture? This one's what is open architecture. This is selling IIoT for OEMs part 2. This is a pretty good little section. I'm going to go ahead and download the bulk package of all of these thumbnails. We're going to go ahead and import those into iMovie, and we're going to keep on editing. I'm going to throw some music on.
Sure. Or how about we do this? How we just use the factory talk, closed, and the... Sure. Or how about we do this? Sure. Or how about we do this? How we just use the factory talk, closed.
Like, what are the pros and cons of both those solutions?
Sure.
Without saying like don't do it, like what are the pros and cons of both concepts? Yeah, I'm thinking about implementing this. Don't do it, like solutions.
Sure. Sure.
I want to make sure that these are fit.
Sure. Or how about we do this? How about we do this? How we just use the factory talk. Not even completely totally opposed to closed architectures in certain applications. Okay, there are applications where I'm not even completely totally opposed to closed architectures in certain applications. Okay, there.
I'm trying to find the starting point for this what is closed architecture video.
This is a great solution. I love plant packs. I love plant. I'm not picking on Rockwell here. I'm not I'm not even completely totally opposed to closed architectures in certain applications. Okay, packs for. What is the advantage of plant packs for Rockwell automation? And again, this is a great solution. What is the advantage? What is the advantage of plant packs for Rockwell automation? What is the advantage of plant? Is the advantage? What is the advantage of plant packs? What is the advantage of plant pack? And so, you can ship it with the IoT ready sticker. And why does that matter? I mean, it strengthens your brand.
Or specifically, the free
Matter.
being offered to you right here this very minute.
And why does that matter?
Okay. Right now, Pandora is giving listeners a free 30-day trial of ad-free listening. That's right. 0 ads for a full 30 days, and you pay nada. Tap the banner now to start your free trial.
And why does that matter? I mean, it strengthens your brand, right? It your brand, right? Your brand, right? That matter. I mean, matter. I mean, it matter. I mean, it that matter. I mean, matter. That matter. I mean, it strengthens your brand, right?
I don't know why it's doing that overlay. It's so weird.
Matter. I mean, matter. I mean, does that matter? I mean, it and matter. I mean, it matter. I mean, it strengthens your brand and right. It had right brand and right. Brand. It has built and it has built-in marker. And why does that matter? I mean, does that matter? I mean, it strengthens your brand. It has built-in marketing. But most important, but most importantly, it just shows that you're cutting edge. Shows that you're cutting edge. Shows that you are cutting edge.
So that's another trick that I use, is just cutting down all the excess. I don't know if you guys noticed that right there, but
you are cutting edge.
I just made it say you are cutting edge.
That you are cutting edge.
You probably even make it a little bit better here.
Are cutting edge. That you are cutting edge. Shows that you are cutting edge.
As opposed to what it sounded like before, which was
shows that you're cutting edge.
So you notice how this is much better than that?
Shows that you are cutting edge, right? I can tell you.
And then I'm just going to zoom back out for that.
Edge. I can tell you that a lot of the.
And a lot of times you can hide little edits like that, so it doesn't appear as jumpy by using a little, you know, punch in or punch out.
I can tell you that a lot of the meetings that we have with OEMs. The first. The meetings that we have with OEMs, the first question that we ask them is, tell us your IIoT strategy. That's what we tell them. We don't expound on that at all. We literally ask the question and see how they respond to it. And based on the way that they respond, we understand whether or not they have an IIoT strategy. Okay. And then
I'm gonna get rid of that.
And then, okay. And then most.
No, that actually sounds too unnatural.
Okay. And then, most importantly, number 4, it gives you built-in analytics. It gives you 4. Number 4, it gives you built-in analytics. It gives you built-in analytics. I'm gonna expand on this here in a second. Okay, so by shipping your on this here in a second. Okay, so by shipping your equipment, IoT, IoT ready, IoT, your equipment, IoT, IoT ready. I'm an IoT ready. I'm your equipment IoT ready. I'm an OEM. Shipping your equipment IoT ready. I'm an OEM. There are a lot of OEMs that sell turnkey pieces of equipment. there are a lot of OEMs that sell turnkey pieces of equipment who they sell support agreements to the customers who buy that equipment from them. Okay, and what's the way that they respond.
So this is going to be another great example of a little quick edit. Like, so look at product A and product B. So this is before.
What's the way that they respond to any issue?
So that's before, and then this is after.
What's the way that they respond to any issues in the field?
You could hardly even tell, and it's just so much beautiful, so much more better. So you guys could think about this as you guys are actually filming. Try to not move around a lot. If you mess up, just restart. But like, you know, and I know that's hard. Sometimes your hands are moving around and you're moving around, so it's not. I know it's not always feasible, but because that was like, he barely moved. Like, see, his eyes moved a little bit, but his mouth. But I mean that.
They respond to any issues.
It just makes it so much cleaner, and you can just kind of keep rolling and flowing without having to start over again. And that's the way we pump out so much content, is just based on this editing process and this kind of little hack that we found. It works really well. And it takes this 7 minute, you know, this video was probably like, I don't know how long initially. It'll take you know, we had, you know, however long this was, you know, 8+ minutes, probably down to 6 minutes or something.
On to any issues in the field that the customer may have. The customer has an issue, it may have. The customer issue has an the customer has an issue. They got to call the service desk. They got to get an engineer on the phone. The engineer's got to dial into a modem, remote into a PC that's on that machine. They got to go through all the trouble of that access, and has an issue. They got to call the service desk. They got to get an engineer on the phone. The engineer's got to dial into a modem, remote into a PC that's on that machine. They got to go through. They got to go through all the trouble of that access, and then they have access, and then they have to try and dig in and try to solve the problem. Right? That is a reactive method. Right? Right, that is a reactive methodology. Right, well, I don't say a lot. Right, I don't say a lot of great things about Rockwell Automation, and by the sheer fact that the sheer number of people who work for Rockwell Automation that visit our channel and watch our videos, I can tell that
What's up if you guys are watching live? Thank you guys for tuning in. Look at that. 99 people from Rockwell watched the Dear Rockwell video. 66 people from Siemens, 33 from Schneider Electric, and 17 from Wareham IT Solutions, which I've actually never heard of. I want to download this. So is it downloading? Okay. And I share all this content in the Slack channel. Up here somewhere I shared some previous videos. Or some previous demographics. There we go. Yeah, but a lot of people from Rockwell. I mean, there's a lot of people at Rockwell, so but yeah, a lot of people from Rockwell like Rocker's content. Is it downloading? Is it downloading? Okay, those screenshots. Okay, there we go.
I don't say a lot of great things about Rockwell Automation, and by the sheer and by the sheer fact that sheer number of people and by the sheer fact that the sheer number of people and by the sheer fact that the sheer number and by the sheer fact that the sheer number and by the sheer fact that the sheer number of people who work for Rockwell Automation that for Rockwell Automation that visit Rockwell Automation that visit our channel and watch our videos, I can tell that Rockwell Automation's Automation, and by the sheer fact that the sheer number of people who work for Rockwell Automation that visit our channel and watch our videos, I can tell for Rockwell Automation that visit our channel and watch our videos, I can tell that Rockwell Automation is definitely paying attention to the fact that we are not fans of their IIoT strategy. But one thing thing I can say in sing Rockwell and sing. One thing I can say and sing Rockwell's praises. Everyone should pay very close attention. Everyone should pay very close attention. Is they were ahead. Attention. They were ahead of. Is they were ahead of the curve when it came to this type. The curve when it. They were ahead of the curve when it came to this type of machine monitoring for OEMs 2 years ago when they released Factory Talk Analytics for machines, which have now gone away and they're replacing it with ThingWorx, but the concept is still the same. Factory Talk Analytics for machines, and I'm going to use Rockwell's example here as the benefit of shipping your equipment IIoT ready, even though it wasn't IIoT in the way that we define it, was that, you know, if I used an Allen Bradley PLC that had an add-on instruction inside of it, which was the F that had an add-on instruction inside of it, which was the FTAM AOI, the Factory Talk Analytics for machines. I would just install that add-on instruction, the AOP, which would give me add-on instructions and UDTs. Then I could use a little gateway, the ENA 9300, or yeah, I think it's a 9300. The ENA 9300 is a little network gateway that could plug into that PLC, and there was a little program that would run. It would connect to the PLC, look to see if that add-on instruction existed. It would connect to the PLC, look to see if that add-on instruction existed, and if it did, it would go up to the FTA, the Factory Talk Analytics cloud platform. The OEM, if I ship my piece of equipment, with this hardware, as soon as this is connected to the internet, the OEM would then be able to go up into the cloud. The OEM would then be able to go up into the cloud, log into the log into their screens, and they would be able to look at all their equipment that is all over the world, and they'd be able to monitor it real time. They could receive alarms. They could receive alarms, and they could be proactive in solving alarms, and they could be proactive in solving problems for their customers. Now, what they couldn't do was through the Factory Talk Analytics cloud platform. They couldn't do the troubleshooting and they still needed a separate connection to do those types of things. So when we talk about the benefit for OEMs, I'm going to expand on the vision that Rockwell Automation had for Factory Talk Analytics for machines, which was really meant for OEMs. Go ahead and ship your equipment with these add-on profiles inside your PLC code, with this ENA 9300 or the 9600, I can't remember the model, but the 9300, the ENA 9300, ship it this way, get a Factory Talk, get a Factory Talk Cloud subscription, and now you can monitor all your machines you have installed all over the world, where you're supporting your customers. I want to take it one step further as a value proposition for the OEMs. Okay, I want to take this concept and take it one step further. So what is the Industry 3.0 way of OEMs supporting their equipment? So I've got machines. So I've got machine. So I've got machine. Machines, equipment. So I've got machines all over the world. Okay, so for whatever, let's machines all over the world. Okay, so for whatever, let's use this printing press concept as our example. As press concept as our example. I've got presses in the United States and concept in press concept in States, in South America, and in Europe. Okay. Okay. And I have one central service desk, located in Italy. Okay. So right now, the way that the current way that this is done is the customer in America has a problem, and they make a phone call to Italy. Italy, the technician, he's probably got a frown on his face. What he does is he remotes into the piece of machinery in the United States after responding to this phone call, and he tries to solve the problem, okay, reactively. Actively. Same thing with South America and Europe. So this is our 3.0 example. The OEM or the IIoT, the OEM or the IIoT example. The IIoT methodology, again, would be our equipment. Is IIoT ready? We can go ahead and publish our equipment into the cloud, into our namespace. And then Italy can have can have a SCADA application that's consuming from all the equipment. So when I ship a new piece the equipment. So when I ship a new piece of equipment IIoT ready, it gets installed on the floor, it gets internet access, it starts publishing into the cloud, and now I can monitor all the equipment that I have sold all over the world and that I'm supporting from a central location. That's probably the biggest advantage to shipping your equipment IIoT ready if you're an OEM.
What about using that data collected?
OEM.
What about using that data collected to improve your product?
Right.
Improve your product.
Right. So then where does this data from SCADA go, right? It goes up into our cloud. It goes up into our cloud layer, right? So it goes into our cloud layer where we're doing our machine learning and our artificial intelligence and our predictive analytics. Okay, so our machine learning and our artificial intelligence and our predictive analytics. Okay, so what you can end up doing is you can take information about the way that your machine runs, all your machines run all over the world. You can dump all of that information into a data lake up here in your IoT hub, up here in your IoT hub, up here in your IIoT hub, and then you can go ahead and write analytics. Algorithms that will spit out relationships that you were not even aware of, causal relationships. What's the impact? What's the impact that relative humidity in certain locations has on the printing quality that comes off my equipment? That information then goes back to our design group and works improvements into future iterations of that equipment. So it's all part of the continuous iterations of that equipment. So it's all part of of that equipment. So it's all part of the continuous improvement process. That's all capable of that equipment. So it's all part of the continuous improvement process. That's all capable now, but it's much more expensive. I mean, factory talk analytics for machines from Rockwell was very, very expensive, incredibly expensive, actually. This is very, very low cost. I mean, I could have cost. I mean, I could be this OEM located in Italy. I could buy a Chariot SCADA Chariot SCADA broker for $2,000, ignition licensing for $20,000, and I can connect every single piece of machinery that I have all over the globe just by pointing the machine to the broker. I don't have to do any I don't have to do any plant side engineering at all. I get to ship it IoT ready, plug and play, have it show up in the namespace, and I'm collecting data. That's the value. That's the value proposition for OEMs, right? So ship your equipment IoT ready. IoT ready. IoT ready. IoT ready. Right? So ship your equipment IoT ready.
Okay, first video is done. All right, guys. So that's pretty much the video right there. I'll go ahead and play the whole video for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream after this though, because my ear is starting to hurt a little bit from the headphones. And you know, you guys saw me edit one, so the next two are gonna be pretty much the same process. So you know, obviously make sure to smash that like button. You guys watch this whole content. Make sure to get subscribed, ring the bell notifications if you aren't already, to catch those videos when they do go live. But since you guys did watch this whole content, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you, so you will get to see that. So make sure to, you know, actually I'm gonna post it right now, so it's already gonna be live. But I will, you know, like I said, if you guys really liked the editing video process, I will link the video on my channel where you can see me actually edit one of my own videos. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, you know, thank you for watching, and you know, I'm sure Walker appreciates all the likes and shares and comments, as well as Intellic Integration, intellicintegration.com, 4.0solutions.com, IIoT, Industry 4.0, open architecture, you name it. Intellic Integration, 4.0 Solutions, Walker, they're all about it. So peace out, you guys.